Hey, I'm Tracy Burns here with Lizzie McDonald, and we're going to go over 3 stories to talk to you about whether we care and whether you should care, because these are 3 big things that people are talking about today. The first big thing, Jon Stewart. It seems like we're always talking about Jon Stewart lately, but Jon Stewart tried to make a point the other night on his show that, you know, what happened in Ferguson wasn't a one-off. What happened on Staten Island wasn't a one-off. And he starts to list all these kids that were murdered supposedly by cops. You want to call it racial, you call it whatever you want. But he named one kid, Dante Parker, Lizzie, and the district attorney came out and said, you know what, this kid was not murdered.
Yeah, Jon Stewart used Dante Parker's case in a rundown of examples, and apparently Jon Stewart will be apologizing for, quote, sloppy reporting. Here's what happened with Dante Parker. The deputies did not shoot Dante Parker. They used a taser on him. Parker was allegedly attempting to assault a deputy after he was suspected of committing a burglary, right. And the female deputy was losing the struggle with Parker and fighting for her life. The gentleman, Mr. Parker, also had acute PCP intoxication and heart disease from high blood pressure.
Right, and so last week, Jon Stewart goes on Twitter and apologizes to the district attorney, Mike Ramos, via Twitter. So tonight on his show, he's supposed to come out and verbally apologize and talk about basically sloppy reporting. Look, I think you should care about this because you can't believe everything you hear on those late night shows.
The debate should be about excessive force, why cops are allowed, separate from the Dante Parker case, whether they should be allowed to shoot to kill. Why aren't they just stop what is going on? But the issue is, you know, cops risk their lives every day to keep us safe. More than 50,000 cops assaulted about every year, 625 killed in the line of duty since 2008. And the question is, why isn't anyone protesting and marching for the cops too?
Amen.
When you are victimized, who are you going to call? You're going to call a cop to come protect you.
This.
They put their lives on the line for us every day.
Don't let guys like Jon Stewart take away any of that. These cops are there for us always. All right, second story. CIA puts out a report, basically gives detail of what the United States did to Al-Qaeda detainees. A lot of torturing going on.
The report's about, is it going to be released?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So the question is, 1, should it be out there? 2, will it create more violence, more deaths? And is there some sort of weird timing with this, too, with elections going on?
Yeah, the question is, why now?
Right,
we know that
now?
Senator Dianne Feinstein has been investigating this for years. The issue is it's described as shocking in its very graphic descriptions of interrogation and torture techniques allegedly used by the CIA. The issue is the United States has apparently has stopped those techniques.
Right.
So the question is, will it be a bonanza for ISIS? Will he use it, even if it's untrue or what, to basically do more recruiting and hurt and kill people? The fear is now our lives could be lost because of this report.
That's the worry of this, and this is why I think people should care, because I think on one hand we want transparency, on the other hand we have to worry about the lives that could potentially be lost here.
Yeah, and the issue is Senator Dianne Feinstein is stepping down from her post. A Republican will be stepping in. So if they delay it for a week, will it ever see the light of day? It potentially could get buried, but still you should care because lives could be lost because of this report.
Absolutely. So we will pay attention to this one too, because I think it's sketchy to me. Okay. Dude, the guy that wanted to be eaten by an anaconda, did he have nothing better to do this weekend? Hey, so I'm going to get eaten by an anaconda. Okay, this guy, Paul Rosalie, turns out, so they were going to do this whole big show, 2-hour special on the Discovery Channel, watch a live anaconda eat him. But here's the thing, Lizzie. He started this is all vengeful. This is all part of, Rosalie was out one day and a 25 to 27-foot anaconda basically attacked him. And he got away. So now he wants revenge on the damn thing. Yeah. I don't know why being eaten alive is vengeful, but bottom line is when they came to do the show, they had to get a stand-in anaconda. They couldn't find the real one that hunted him down.
And then they couldn't even finish it because they had to shut it down.
And then it ended up being, look, the guy was,
what happened was, if you watch a segment on
video, it's so bizarre.
The anaconda, he had to stop because his arm was about to be
so he was
apparently
in
broken.
This protective gear, and he decided he wanted the bottom part of his arm taken off for mobility.
Let me tell you the Twitter reaction, the social media reaction. Quote, filming was horrible. Close-up shots of everything but the guy being swallowed by the snake. It was close-up shots of the people looking. And the other thing, too, the snake, quote, the snake was wrapped around pretty tight here. That was a gentleman who was, of course, gee, I would never seen that coming. The other one was social media reaction. Next time the anaconda will eat Al Capone's bank vault. So that's what you're going to see coming up
But
next.
really, he was
You
like
shouldn't care
wrapped like
about
a
this
candy
one.
cane. This is the most bizarre thing I ever heard in my whole life.
An anaconda would squeeze a truck to smash
And
it
am
to
I the
smithereens.
only
I'm
one that's
kidding.
now singing that anaconda don't want
shouldn't
none
care
of
about
this
that
you
one.
got. All right. Anyway, you should not care. That is ridiculous. I'm not sure what the Discovery Channel was thinking on that one. Totally bizarre. All right, that's what we think. Tell us what you think. # should you care. Thanks for watching.